Ancient civilizations did not only look backward to honor their ancestors or upward to worship the gods. They looked forward, and what they saw deeply troubled them. Embedded within their laws, myths, rituals, and moral teachings is a consistent fear, not of monsters or cosmic punishment, but of a future shaped by human behavior left unchecked. To the ancient world, the greatest threat to civilization was not invasion or disaster, it was degeneration. In Mesopotamia, some of the earliest written laws were not merely instructions for governance. They were safeguards against a future the writers feared. The Code of Hammurabi, often remembered for its harsh punishments, was fundamentally a response to social imbalance. It was designed to restrain power, regulate wealth, and prevent the strong from consuming the weak. The underlying fear was clear. When inequality grows too large, society fractures. The laws were not written because society was stable, but because it was already showing signs of strain. Ancient scribes repeatedly warned that when elites insulated themselves from consequence, justice dissolved. And when justice dissolved, loyalty followed. These were not abstract concerns. They were reactions to patterns already unfolding. In Egypt, the future was imagined as a reversal of order. Texts describe a world where truth loses meaning, where leaders speak but are not believed, and where tradition becomes hollow. Egyptian wisdom literature warns against excessive wealth, unchecked ambition, and the abandonment of communal responsibility. These writings portray a feared future where rituals continue, but belief is gone, where society functions mechanically without moral substance. To the Egyptians, this was the most dangerous state a civilization could reach. Not chaos, but emptiness. A society that still stands, but no longer knows why. Across the Indus Valley and ancient India, sacred texts reflect similar anxieties. The later stages of the Yuga cycles are described as times when material success replaces virtue, when leaders rule without wisdom, and when truth becomes negotiable. These texts do not describe apocalypse. They describe erosion, the slow replacement of meaning with convenience. The fear was not sudden collapse. It was a world where humanity forgets its responsibilities while believing itself advanced. In ancient China, philosophers and historians warned relentlessly about moral decay disguised as progress. Confucian teachings emphasized restraint, humility, and duty precisely because leaders were tempted toward excess. The fear was that efficiency without ethics would hollow society from within. When laws become tools of control rather than justice, trust disappears. When trust disappears, unity collapses. Chinese historians documented these shifts with chilling clarity. Before every dynastic fall, records show rising corruption, performative governance, and public disengagement. The people did not rebel immediately. They withdrew. They stopped believing. The civilization began to die long before it fell. In the Americas, civilizations like the Maya and the Aztecs embedded warnings in ritual cycles and cosmic calendars. These were not predictions of dates, but reminders of balance. When resource extraction exceeded renewal, when rulers demanded too much, and when spiritual meaning gave way to spectacle, disaster followed. The future they feared was one where humans mistook dominance for harmony. Archaeological evidence reinforces these fears. Cities grew larger, monuments more elaborate, but the foundations weakened. Environmental stress increased. Food systems strained. The warning signs were present, but ignored. Across cultures, one fear appears repeatedly: disconnection. Disconnection from nature, from community, from truth, and from consequence. Ancient thinkers believed that once a society normalized disconnection, it became incapable of self-correction. Perhaps the most haunting aspect of these ancient warnings is how familiar they feel. They do not describe alien worlds. They describe recognizable human tendencies amplified by success. Comfort breeds excess. Excess breeds entitlement. Entitlement erodes responsibility. The ancient world feared a future where knowledge increased but wisdom declined, where information replaced understanding, where systems grew powerful but fragile, where people trusted structures more than values. They feared a civilization that believed itself immune to history. These fears were encoded not because ancient people were pessimistic, but because they were observant. They watched cycles repeat. They watched societies forget why rules existed. They watched progress outrun restraint. And so they left warnings, not in the language of panic, but of caution. Not predicting destruction, but describing the conditions that make destruction inevitable. The tragedy is not that these warnings exist. It is that every civilization believes they were written for someone else. The future ancient civilizations tried to prevent was not a single event. It was a state of being, a world where humanity loses balance while convincing itself it has evolved beyond consequence. History suggests that this is the moment when decline becomes difficult to reverse. Subscribe to this channel for more.